Hello everyone and welcome back to another sit down video. So today I wanted to chat a little bit about splurge items. I wanted to talk a bit about investment pieces, when to save, when to splurge, items that are worth it, items that definitely aren't, and just have a good old chat. Now, before I start this video, I just wanted to preface by saying this isn't me telling you how to spend your money. This isn't me saying if you have spent a lot of money on this particular item, you're wrong. If you haven't, you're wrong. This is literally just giving my personal opinion and what I have found works for me in the past. And again, this is also something that I might even change my mind on. I might be saying in this video, you should never buy that designer, like you should never spend that much money on that. And in 2 years' time, I'll have done the same. This is just what I feel at the moment is worth spending a lot of money on or is worth saving your dollar on. As you guys know, I'm a massive advocate for adding a few luxury high-end / designer pieces into my wardrobe, but integrating that into a much more affordable wardrobe. I really pride myself on having loads of different price categories on this channel. We have some items that are much more luxurious, designer, high-end, and we have some items that are much more affordable, really high street, really easy to wear. And what I love doing is mixing them all together to make a really curated wardrobe for myself and make sure I'm getting the most out of my wardrobe and that my clothes are really getting the cost per wear. That is something you're going to hear so much in this video, cost per wear, because for me that is the most important thing whenever I'm buying something, and adding it into my wardrobe is thinking about how much it's going to cost me per wear. So without any further rambling, let's jump straight into the video and talk about what's worth the splurge and what's worth saving a few pennies on. Now the first category I want to talk about is bags. Now this is a really broad category, so I feel like it's worth kind of like splitting it into different sections. And the first one I'm going to say is a black leather bag. Another bag you probably all know I'm going to be talking about is my Chloe Tess. But this is something actually I was thinking about recently, and I realised I don't just have this black leather bag. I also have another baby that I absolutely love, which is my YSL. And I've realised I am definitely a black leather bag kind of a gal. It's something that just goes really, really well in my wardrobe and it integrates itself really well into my style. Now what I would say in terms of designer bags is that they're very personal and it's all about getting the perfect bag for you. So for me, a black bag is perfect. And I would say these two bags for me cover such a wide range. Like I would definitely say my Chloe is much more of like a day-to-day bag. It's the kind of thing that I wear when I'm running into London, when I've got meetings. It goes really, really well with a laid back outfit, but can also be styled up quite nicely for during the day. Whereas my YSL is much more of an evening bag. It's something I wear to like dinners or drinks or going out, obviously back in normal times. But this is definitely much more of an evening bag for me. I find it really, really easy to sling crossbody, and also it's great that it has the top handle and it's a bit smaller than the Chloe, so I find it's a bit more evening appropriate. But what I'm basically saying is finding a bag that's going to do you day to day, that you can style up so many different ways and you're not going to get bored of. That for me is something that is definitely worth the splurge. If you are a neutral kind of a gal and you want to go for a beige or a white or a cream bag, then by all means go for it. But I think personally a black bag is just the most classic thing you can ever go for. You can style it up so many different ways with so many different outfits and it's never going to go out of style. I definitely recommend going for something a bit more classic. The YSL, the Chloe, a Chanel, a Dior, these kinds of bags just resurface and never go out of style, and the kind of thing that you can wear in 10 years time and it will still be very much on trend. So I would definitely say a designer bag is definitely worth the splurge if it's something you're going to be able to wear day in and day out. Now the next category in terms of bags is something that is really surging in popularity at the moment, and that is a canvas / tote bag. Obviously Dior came out with the iconic Dior book tote I think 2 years ago now, and it really has boomed a trend in these kind of canvas embroidered tote bags, and I absolutely love it. But I'm going to put this one in the save category. And I have two bags here which literally epitomise why this should be a save item. I have two embroidered canvas totes right here that are both high street purchases, and would you believe both of these are actually from H&M. So this one you might recognize. I'm gonna put this on my lap. This one you might recognize because I bought it in the summer. It came out maybe in July time and everyone went nuts for it. I feel like H&M did a couple of different styles, but this was the one I fell in love with, and I searched high and low for it, and eventually I found it in store, and I think someone had bought it in line and returned it in store, and I honestly could not believe my luck. I absolutely love this. It is so, so gorgeous. Very, very Dior inspired. Obviously we've got the kind of like the blue monogram print, the like stripe going across. It looks very designer-esque, but this I believe was only £25, which was so, so affordable. I will see if I can find something similar and link it down below for you guys. Obviously it was something that H&M did, I think just once. It sold out and it never came back, which is such a shame, but it's so, so gorgeous. Now it is a bit more flimsy than the Dior book tote. I've seen a lot of reviews on it because I was actually contemplating buying it last year, and I watched loads of reviews, and I would say it is a gorgeous bag, but I just can't justify the price tag. I think it's something like $2,200 now, and it's just so much for canvas. Like, I really can't justify the price of that for canvas. Leather may be fair enough, like it's gonna last, it's gonna wear, but canvas, really? So yeah, this was a high street purchase that I'm so, so glad I got. And then the most recent one to show you is a new little baby that's come into my collection, and again, this is from H&M, and all I'm gonna say is Dior who? Dior who? This is under £20. It is still online at the moment. It's sold out within a day, and I literally saw this on someone's Instagram, clicked and purchased within a matter of seconds. I was so, so quick on this because I did not want to miss out, because it is just so gorgeous. I absolutely love it. It's got this stunning like kind of jungle pattern print going on. I love this crossbody strap. This is something that looks like it came off of a Dior saddlebag or something. It is absolutely gorgeous. I would definitely be happy to strap this onto some of my designer bags if I wanted to make them crossbody. You can take the crossbody off though if you do just want to use it as a little top handle. And I just love this. I absolutely love this. This to me looks so, so expensive. It was actually so, so affordable. So as you can see, this is something that I don't think for me is worth spending a lot of money on. I do think these are quite trend driven items. I do question the longevity of them, and I do question how long I'm going to want them in my wardrobe. Saying that, I do really like some styles that I've seen that have been around for quite a few years. For me personally, I think if I was to invest in a canvas tote bag, it would have to be something a little bit more pared back. Maybe the Chloe or the YSL. I absolutely love those styles. They're much more pared back, and I think they would be a bit more wearable in the long run, and I would definitely get a bit more cost per wear. But for me, I'm happy with my high street purchases. For now, I think these look absolutely gorgeous. I really do think it's about finding that hidden gem, and high streets can really have some gems. I absolutely love these. I think these are so, so gorgeous. To me, look so, so expensive, but I haven't had to fork out 6 figures on them to be able to get my hands on them. So yeah, I would definitely say this is a save item, and if you keep your eye out, you can definitely find lots of gems just like this. And then the last bag category is the basket bag category. Now this is one that I think, again, I'm going to put in the save section, and that is because of this baby sitting right up here. Now I've actually had at least a dozen messages asking about what I think of the Loewe basket bag and would I recommend it and blah blah blah, and whenever I've replied saying I don't have it, they've always said, oh, but I thought your bag was the Loewe one. And I'm like, no. So this was actually a Mango purchase that I made in the summer, and it is so similar to the Loewe. People can't believe me when I tell them that it's not, and I absolutely love this. I definitely think that basket bags are something that they are a trend item, but they're a trend item that comes back into every single summer resurface wardrobe. Does that make sense? I don't think that made sense. Basically, there's something that I think you have in your summer wardrobe every single year, but obviously it's a very summery item. It's not something you're going to bring out in the middle of January to pair with your chunky boots and your scarves. So I would say this to me is something that you could easily save on. I mean, again, at the end of the day, I think material plays a big part for me in what I would invest in and what I wouldn't. With regards to canvas, it's canvas. There's not really a lot you can do with it. Similarly with basket bags, it's like woven basket material. There's not a lot you can do. And although I have seen some that are absolutely gorgeous, I really liked the Prada one. To me, it's just something that I really question. How can they justify the price tag? How was it made? How well was it made? And the fact that this is so similar to the Loewe, I just think style-wise for me, this is definitely a win, and this is definitely something I'm really, really happy that I saved on. Again, I can bring it out year on year, and if I look at cost per wear, it is almost zero because I didn't spend a lot of money on it, and yet I've still managed to get so much wear out of it. So I would definitely say keep your eyes peeled this summer on the high street, because the amount of basket bags that are going to be released, I think, is going to be phenomenal. Okay, so that's it for bags. Now let's talk about shoes next. Now I have 3 categories in terms of shoes with what to splurge on and what to save. Now the first category is one that I am really on the fence about, and that is designer trainers. Now I have 2 pairs of designer trainers myself. I've got my Saint Laurent ones and my Balenciagas, and they are so heavy I'm not going to be able to hold them, so show you and put them down. And the reason that I'm quite on the fence about them is because, to be perfectly honest, I haven't had them in my wardrobe long enough to really see whether they were worth the splurge. But I think I'm leaning towards splurge, because I would definitely say they are items that resurface again and again. One plus in investing in more designer items or long wearing items is that they come back in stock time and time again. I mean, the Balenciagas have been around for a good few years now, and obviously they haven't been discontinued at all. So they're still being stocked, they're still being made, and they're still, obviously, you're able to buy them brand new. So that to me is quite a big telltale in what is worth it, because the longevity of something and how popular it is, the fact that it has lasted so long. Obviously my Saint Laurent's ones I've literally only had for like a month, so I really haven't been able to get the wear out of them to justify. But I would say if I look at my shoe wardrobe, it's a style that is very me, and that I have worn time and time again. So I would definitely say there's something to think about if you are interested, and something that I think, if it's in line with your style and it's something that you really want to invest in, then I would say to go for it. I think you can find some very affordable trainers on the high street, but in my personal experience, I haven't found that they have lasted as well. And also, when it comes to trainers, I do feel like the prices are just going up and up at the moment, like Nikes and Adidas. Honestly, I remember when Nikes were like 40 quid, and I used to think that was expensive. And now looking at them, it's just insane. So I would say that's something that is definitely very personal to you. If you're someone that wears trainers a lot, if you're someone that really likes that style, and if it's something that you're going to get the cost per wear out of, then I would say it's worth the splurge. Now the next shoes that I wanted to talk about that I'm definitely putting in the splurge category are sandals. I feel like sandals are really surging in terms of designer options, designer wears, and I really like it as a trend, and also because it's something that, again, it's like a basket bag you bring in year into your wardrobe. So I bought these Chloe sandals last summer, and I absolutely love them. I got so much wear out of them. Even though I bought them towards the end of summer, I still got loads of wear out of them. I feel like sandals are a great item to invest in because, as I said, you wear them every single summer. They're on your feet, you want them to be comfortable. And also with these Chloe ones, I feel like these are quite a statement. Like, you can definitely tell that these are Chloe sandals, like there's no way of hiding that. And I really like how they complete an outfit. I've worn them with jeans, I've worn them with dresses, I've worn them with leggings, I've worn them with wide leg trousers, I've worn them dressed up, and I've worn them dressed down. They are such a versatile item. And I do have my eye on the Chanel sandals this summer, but I'm really questioning if they're worth it, purely because of how many dupes are on the high street at the moment. So that's one that is definitely questionable. But I would say, like, sliders and sandals, that's something I would definitely recommend splurging on. You've got the Dior ones, you've got the Chloe ones. They are such a statement, but also at the same time they're still really classic and really wearable. So I know that that's a complete oxymoron, but I just love them. I think they're definitely worth it. And the last category to talk about, a very wintry category, is boots. And I'm going to put this into the save category. Now this kind of goes along the lines of what I was saying about the Chanel sandals, in the sense of I really like them, but it isn't worth it because of the amount of similar styles that are on the high street. And that is exactly how I feel about these boots. Now these are a pair of Nasty Gal boots that are an almost identical match to the Prada ones. And I absolutely love them. I get so many compliments when I wear them. I find them so flattering, and I've already owned them for a year, and I have found that they really have lasted the test of time, which is a question I do sometimes find with high street shoes. I do question if they last, I question their longevity, I question the quality of them. These I would definitely say are really high quality, and definitely something to invest in. I know quite a few girls that own the Prada boots, and I've honestly, like, literally put these beside them and you can barely tell a difference. So I always find that in that kind of scenario, I do really question whether it's worth splurging on. I guess it's similar to my weave bag. Like, I personally would never buy an item that there are almost identical versions on the high street because maybe the brand didn't patent the design, or like obviously the legalities are different. I would say these boots are that kind of item for me. The fact that I can find a high street version almost identical, I'm happy saving my pennies, wearing these, getting compliments, and still being really comfortable. Next, let's touch on accessories. Now, I feel like accessories are a great way to elevate your wardrobe with maybe some more designer items, some more luxurious items, without spending like massive bucks, if that makes sense. Like, you can easily wear a very high street dress, add a designer belt to it, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. And it is a category that I thought I'd settled my mind on, but actually when I started kind of like looking at my wardrobe and looking what purchases I've made, I realised that actually I'm more on the fence than I thought. So let's talk about belts. Now, first of all, obviously you guys know I've got my Gucci belt and I do absolutely love it. It was quite a big trend item and I think a lot of people are quite over it. It is something that I've brought in and out of my wardrobe quite a lot. I've gone through stages where I've worn it non-stop. I've gone through stages where I didn't reach for it for months. So it is a kind of bit of a love-hate kind of an item, but I do love how it completes an outfit. I love how classic it is. I love how it's a statement piece. So originally I was like, yes, 100% a designer belt completes it. I have my eye on a few more designer belts I want to add into my wardrobe. That's it, sold, thank you and good night. However, I realised the belt that I've been reaching for most at the moment is actually a high street belt, and it's this one that I'm wearing here. This is my H&M one that looks very McQueen inspired. It's got the kind of like thicker on the outside and thinner on the inside, so it's very flattering, and it's really comfortable because it's got a stretchy pad at the back, and I love it. And it was really affordable, and it's actually something I've been reaching for way more than my designer belt. So I'm really questioning what category to put this in, whether this should go into the save or this should go into the splurge. So I think my final conclusion is that belts are definitely something to change up an outfit, and if you want to invest in a designer one and you can afford to invest in a designer one, I would definitely recommend it. I really do think it completes an outfit. I really do think it adds something to an outfit, and as I said, it could be a really affordable dress that you spent £5 on. You add a designer belt and suddenly you look really expensive. But saying that, I would also say that brand isn't everything, and sometimes it's in the design. So if you do find a belt such as this one that you fall in love with, that is high street but it looks so expensive, I would definitely recommend investing in it. I would definitely recommend picking it up. I absolutely love this one. I will link it down below. So many of you guys have shopped this and I don't blame you because it's the most affordable designer looking belt I've ever seen. So I think this one, I'm going to say both. It's something that I would definitely recommend splurging on, but it's also something that I would say is a great item that you could definitely save a lot of money on. Now, an accessory that I would always say is definitely worth the splurge are designer sunglasses. I love me a pair of designer sunglasses, and two that I have here that I have not stopped going on about on this channel, and if you've been around for long enough you will be so bored of these. But first of all are my Ray-Bans. These I would say aren't even like a fully designer item, they're just a bit more like high-end. In terms of price, when it comes to sunglasses, they're a bit more mid-tier, which is what I really like about them. They're in the kind of like £100 mark, which I think is fairly affordable in terms of sunglasses, but still really elevates an outfit. It's a small bit of investment that can really change how your style looks, it can change how the outfit looks, and they're never going to go out of style. Ray-Bans are such a classic pair of sunglasses that are just never going to go out of style. I love this like hexagonal shape. This has been around for a little while now and I absolutely love it. And then the other pair of sunglasses that I love so much, which I guarantee are never going to go out of style, are these oversized Gucci sunglasses. I love these so much. I believe Dior also do a similar frame to this, and maybe Prada do a similar frame, but I got mine from Gucci and I absolutely love them. Love them so much. They are just so bougie, they're so oversized, they're the kind of thing that's just never going to go out of style, and I love them to death. So I would definitely recommend investing in a pair, and also if you're like me, making them prescription. These are actually a pair of prescription sunglasses. These are not prescription. I like to have both because obviously I wear contacts, so sometimes I don't need my prescription, but also like when it comes to if I'm driving, it's really sunny, I'm gonna need my prescription if I don't have contacts in. So I would definitely recommend looking into that if you are someone that wears glasses like me. It is 100% worth it. So yeah, I would definitely say sunglasses in the splurge category without a doubt. Now, one that I've kind of seen doing the rounds a little bit recently is designer hats. Now this is something that I am gonna just put it out there and say I'm putting hats in the save category. As much as I love the designer ones, the Chanel basket hat is stunning, and ever since seeing Notting Hill I've always wanted a Chanel beret. But to me, they're just something that I can't warrant the price tag for my wardrobe. I think you can find some really, really great high street alternatives out there, such as this fedora. This is my favorite ASOS fedora, and this was so inexpensive. I love it so much. There are some really, really expensive fedoras on the high street, such as the Lack of Colours ones, and I know that some people swear by them, but for me, if I can find an almost identical alternative for a quarter of the price, I'm always going to recommend the alternative. So I'll link this down below. It also comes in a gorgeous like biscuit kind of creamy colour, which I absolutely love, but I just think these are so great for the money that you pay. And again, cost per wear is almost zero because you haven't spent a lot, but you still are getting so much wear out of it. So I would definitely say these are an item to save on. These are an item that you can get really, really great high street alternatives. These are something that I would definitely say you can get high street alternatives that still look so chic and so classy. Now lastly, I just wanted to touch on some clothing items and what I think is worth the splurge. Now the first one, which is obviously a very popular item at the moment, is loungewear. Now if you would have seen recently, I picked up some Karen Millen Cashmere Loungewear and I absolutely love it. But do I think loungewear is something worth the splurge? I'm gonna say it's definitely not a necessity. If you're someone who's a bit more of a bougie bitch, then I would definitely say go for it. If it's something you want to spend your money on, you can afford to spend your money on, and it makes you happy to spend your money on, then go for it. Cashmere loungewear is so luxurious, so soft and so cozy. However, the amount of really affordable alternatives that are on the high street at the moment, so many soft cottons, so many cozy fabrics, you don't need to spend a lot of money on loungewear at the moment. So I would definitely say this is something that I'm going to put in the save category. However, if you want to splurge on it, you're always more than welcome. And then the last one to talk about is coats. Now I'm going to say there's only one coat in my wardrobe that is designer and that I think is worth splurging on, and that is a Burberry Trench. You guys know how much I love this coat. I've had it in my wardrobe for so long. I think we're coming up to about 4 years now, and it's still my pride and joy. I still get so much wear out of it. So I would definitely put this in the splurge category. But saying that, high streets have definitely picked up on the classic style of it and the fact that it resurfaces every single year, and so many high streets do really great alternatives to the Burberry. So I will link below some options down below if you are looking for something very classic such as this one, but you don't have an exorbitant budget for it. I will link some down below that are really great alternatives. They look so classic. You're definitely going to get the cost per wear, and you don't have to make a really huge investment into them. But saying that, this is definitely the best investment I've ever made. It is so gorgeous. It's never going to go out of style. It's never not going to be a classic item, and it's never not going to be in my wardrobe. I feel like that was an absolute mammoth and a half. I feel like I've been talking to you for hours. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and enjoyed seeing what I think is worth a little bit of extra dollar and what I think is definitely something that you can save some money on. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're new around here, I'd love it if you subscribe. You can come and join me for lots more styling and fashion and lifestyle videos. I really love doing these little sit downs where we can have a proper chat and really go through things. But I hope you guys have a lovely day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.